Welcome everybody to our second match of this week that we are streaming here on the XLab YouTube channel. I'm your host, Reality on VR, and what a matchup we have for you today. IVI versus POISE. Both teams that have won their first match in this VRML season so far. IVI beating Relentless EU and POISE beating ASTRIX. Now, we know a lot about POISE and we know a lot about IVI. The rosters have changed, and this is going to be a very, very interesting matchup. We have, I think, most of the players in now, so it's not going to be too long. So for POISE, we have Infused, Power, Billiam, Capsy, or Freaksy now his name is, and Femzy waiting on one more. Probably going to be Prodigies. And on IVI, we have 200 full queefed, which is population. We've got Frenzy Killer, Goblin, and Knock. So one more on each team to join. And then we're going to get into the business. Now, haven't heard any map bans yet. I would imagine we're probably going to be seeing a ban of Frio. This is my guess. Anyway, I think Frio and potentially Kiddy. I think Soona, Meiru, Cliffside is the way we're going to be ending up going today. POISE good on Cliffside and on Soona. IVI really good on Meiru, and Soona likewise. So could go either way. Gonna wait for these map bans. Haven't heard it yet, and see what they decide to go with. So one more player for each team we are waiting on, and then we're gonna go and jump right into the action. In the meantime, I'm going to roll some of the new ads that we have on this very short ad break just while we wait for the players, and then we will get straight into the action. Don't go anywhere. So we are still waiting on just one player, but we do have our map bans, and the players have decided to ban Kiddie, unsurprisingly, and Cliffside. So we know Cliffside today, which leaves the maps of Meiru, Soona, and Frio. So that's going to lead to some very different styles of play, with Frio being in the mix. Very interested to see how that one pans out. IVI did a great job against Relentless EU last weekend. Same day, same time. Coming out on top on Frio. And arguably, I'd say probably one of their stronger maps is Frio Relentless EU. So very interested to see how this one pans out. We are still waiting for an IVI player. So if I take a quick look at their roster, we will see that, I mean, they could have Dank coming in. They could have Imagine or Mott's in the chat, so I don't think he's playing. And they've also got Xeno or No Name, as they are called now. So we do have our player, and it is Imagine. So we do have our 5 on each side. And just giving them the go-ahead, and then hopefully we can see what map 1 is going to be. Hearing mutters of what it might be coming from the shuttle. Okay. Just listening to the talks in the shuttle between IVI and POISE as they decide the first map. Any ideas of what you think it might be? So let me know down in the chat there quick before we jump in. So we do have our map. Just waiting on the players now to jump into the first one. And we're going to see what it's going to be. Looks like the players have decided. IVI, being the home team, have picked map, not Rayab. And they have chosen, in fact, to go with Soona. Then round 1, map 1, POISE on Rayab, IVI on the attack. A default straight off the bat here, and looks like an aggressive push towards A. Wonder if we can see a bit of early action here from Googlin as he looks to take on Capsy. Oh, good nade by Capsy, and the action started already, and POISE looking to come up on the attack here as Prodigy picks up 200, full queefed. Going to the last shot here. Knock picking up Infused. There's a 2v1 on this B site where the scan is, and now they can push onto this B site. The rotates are coming in fast though, as we can see Billiam here coming up onto site. The scan is not pushing up B, it's just sat there. Was that Knock and Frenzy Killer not really looking to do anything. Frenzy Killer may have crashed at this point, looking at it, and he's got the scan, so they have no option but to wait or vote kick him out of the game so they can pick up that scanner with any luck. So POISE actually with the advantage in any case right now in this pistol round. And yeah, as we can see, Frenzy with a DC here. And the scanner has disappeared, so IVI are going to have... Or is it respawned? Nope. They can't see it. Okay, so pistol round, 30 seconds. Got to go for the kills here. Hoping to see some good action as Ivy look to push down through mid. Imagine picking up one. Freaksy swinging, getting the kill. Imagine's got 10 seconds. Got to do something here. Or POISE are going to take this. POISE, Freaksy, getting the first kill. Bit of an unfortunate series of events there with Scanner going down. I think Frenzy is now back if we just swap over to him. Yeah, looking very much alive now. And with the Scanner again. So let's hope no DC this time. And we see the same default, but Scanner going towards this A site. Even though they had that joy on the beat. Oh, what a nade by Femzy in mid. And that's taken out 200 full queefed. Pretty sharpish as we see Femzy trying to see if there's anyone on this B long angle, just playing aggressive on this tarpish position. And Freaksy alone on this A site, but they've got control of mid here, Ivy. But look at POISE. Poised on this B site, but Gooblin picking up a great kill there on Freaksy, and that does open up the A site. If he could get his team to rotate now, maybe pick up this second player who is Prodigies, who gets taken out by Frenzy Killer, swings. Frenzy Killer gets a second, and now the A site is definitely up for grabs. They need to hit this fast, but they're not. They're going towards this B site for some unknown reason when both A players are dead, and Knock picks up one. Infuse picks up a double kill. And what on earth have Ivy done here? And now scans down on site. Infused 1v2. Tags Knock there. Second player down on Omi here. But if Infuse can pick up Knock, bring it down to a 1v1. Oh, what was that from Knock? What even was that? One-handed blind fire headshot on to Infused power. Somehow, Ivy get away with it. But that right there was not the play. The A site was so open with all the rotates. I guess Ivy just don't know who's playing on what site yet. But they can't see what we can see, right? Anyway, bit of a different play here. Looks like a really heavy mid-push here with Billiam holding that pixel there onto underpass. Lower ton, sorry. Gets one. Does get flashed briefly, but now it looks like they're going to start heading up Cat, and Infused Power is the last line of defense for the top side. Now he's backed up by Billiam, who's left underpass, and there is three of them with a knife onto Prodigies. Ivy Knock. And they've taken good control of this, but do they not know that the scan's gone down all the way over on that A site? Frenzy going out A main with the scanner. So even though Ivy have full control of this B site, right now it is completely useless. Blind fires coming in from Freaksy here. We see Femzy playing audio here at the bottom of Cat. Knows one's there. Will he get the audio of the second? Backs off, doesn't overheat. 3v1, and Knock has quite literally everything to do with 30 seconds to go now. So Ivy not really reading the plays here. They get some picks, but they're choosing the wrong sites. And now with 15 seconds, kind of left it a bit too late. Femzy picks up Knock. Good double kill at the end there by Fems for another round to POISE. And POISE go 2-1 here on our first map, Soona on Rayab. Ivy need to start reading these plays. I'm not sure who's IGLing over on their side, but that's 2 times now. Whether there's a comms issue, I'm not sure. But we can see a lurk here, and looks like it's going to be a heavy push towards B this time. Scrap that. Looks like we're going for a 2 long, 2 mid kind of play. Scanner going into mid. Femzi swinging wide. Gets taken out by 200 full queefs. And now the cat players come in, and we've got a fight here between Billiam and... Oh, Billiam gets blown to smithereens by Frenzy as 200 full queef picks up one. Scans down on cat. Imagine's going to pick that up and head over to this B site as the last two players. Knock picking up Freaksy. And Prodigy's the last player alive here in a 1v3. Going to take the long route to take back this B site. And he's going to have to be careful because you've got Knock here playing on barrier there. On that barricade with that peak between the barriers. And he's hearing the audio. He's just going to jump up and... Oh, Prodigy's. What a flick by Prodigy. Should never have got that kill. Knock, what was he doing? And 1v2 is somewhat more achievable. Potentially backside. Good Thermite pushes out, but 200 full queef swings before the Thermite has a chance to land. Could have been good by Prodigies to get that player off of backside and then take the kill. Just didn't play off that Thermite, but 2-2. Back and forth here between these two EU teams currently. Taking a quick look at these KDs. You see Freaksy 5-2 and Not going 7-3. Probably could have got one more there. If not for the strange blind firing round that barrier. Billiam probably does hear this audio in upper tons here. And it's a slow push. But he's going to swing into the whole Ivy squad here. Gets none. We've got one, actually. But probably should have got more as shots come in from Freaksy, Prodigies. Refrag there by 200 full queef. Still one on the A site, but they're going to need to get that scanner, which is down in long. 200 full queef rotating round to pick this up. Will they continue to push this A site, or will they think of rotating to B as we see Ivy Imagine here rotating through spawn and looking to go onto this B site, but POISE not moving a muscle and holding their positions. And the first piece of audio is probably going to be picked up by Femzi here on cat. So if they do decide to go this route, Femzi's going to be waiting and they're not going to expect this. Audio's coming in. Very patient play by Femzi here. Probably just giving comms to the rest of the POISE players here, saying I can hear them. Infused power definitely hears them now. One swings, gets one. And now it is all down to 200 full queefed. And infused on a really good position here. Gets shut down though, but a quick refrag from Femzi, and POISE take the fifth round rather, to make it 3-2. Nice to see so many familiar faces here in the chat. And a lot of, it's about 50-50 I'd say on who you think is going to win, whether it's Ivy, whether it's POISE. Looks like it's a full B-slam this time though. No messing around as Femzi decides better and backs up off of that early tarp push. Cat player there. Femzi picks up Ivy Imagine to take down one. Rotates have come in. Infused picking up another. Lots of shots going in now. Infused with the double. Only two left. Scan down. Knock gets one. Goblin and Knock. A bit of work to do, but they've brought it down to a 2v2. Still got a bit of util. Goblin with a flash. Knock. That knife sounded like it hit, but I don't think it did. Another smoke going down, and Goblin's crossing here. Knock just needs to... Good pick by Goblin in a 2v1. All down to infused power. And I'm not sure that they know he's there. He jumps up. Really quick reaction time there by infused power to drop back down. But Knock cleans up infused power to make it 3 apiece. And this is some really back and forth stuff here. POISE did well to shut down that early B push. Goblin going into mid, picking up a couple of kills for himself. As we just take a look at the KDs once more. Knock, top frag in the lobby here. Poise fairly even across the board there. Time to switch it up, they say, as they go for this fast A. Knock picking up prodigies early out of A main, and it's only Freaksy backside, but he does get one. Does he get the second? He does. That's Scan down now. Freaksy getting a 2 or 3 was that? 2k there. And just like that, I think Scan's going to go down by Gooblin here, and Femzy and Infused last alive once more. Fems with the APC. Good pick by Infused there, coming up ramp, and the 2 backside now are not going to like Femzy's APC. He's just got to get the swing on. Doesn't. Imagine. Good swing. Picks up the double kill. Imagine to finish that round off. Ivy now taking the lead. 4-3 on the attack. And are we going to see a 4-4 half here? Good plays here by both teams, now that they've kind of settled into the match a bit more. Ivy more aggressive, and Poise just not ready for those plays. And here we go. We've got 3 going into A, 2 just holding the flanks there on B, but it's not going to come from that way. A Scan gets dropped as Freaksy picks up 1. Gooblin with the refrag. Prodigy still here by himself on the... Well, sorry, not by himself on the A site, as everyone starts coming in, and Femzy picks up 1 in upper tons. Scan has been picked up by Gooblin, and it's looking like they're going to start rotating to this B site, as Infused is the last and knows there's players there. But look at this. Femzy probably hearing this audio by Gooblin, just waiting for that cross, and he's going to pick up the scanner play. No, the timing. Absolutely unreal. Oh, gets a tag onto Gooblin, and he's going to hunt him down. I'm going to watch this POV here of Femzy. Might be a bit too slow because all the kills are coming in from Billiam here in underpass. And the final kill might just come in from Femzy on the flank, but 1v4 all to do for Knock. And Knock gets Femzy. Refragged by Infused. 4-4 half. Pretty much going to plan so far, isn't it? 4-4 on the half. Poise on the attack. Ivy must have picked Soona for a reason. Must be from recent scrims, or a little bit of information that they may have been watching to choose Soona as the first map, or whether they just thought, let's just go all aim here and out-aim this Poise team. Poise on the attack for this pistol round, though. And we've got Imagine playing in mid here as Knock covers the B side by himself, as a nade comes out, won't come anywhere near, but Femzy picks up Imagine in mid, and we've got more shots fired as Poise get up onto this B site, and there is no one here. We've got 1 underpass, Gooblin, but he's going to be picked up. No, Gooblin picks up Billiam. Does he pick up the second? No, Freaksy picks up Billiam and Gooblin, sorry, and Scan is about to go down. The flank was on, and now it's not, because Infused is causing all kinds of problems for Frenzy Killer here. And he's decided against going that B-long route, as he's going to join 200 full queefed and come up cap. Thermite coming out there. Good Thermite, and Freaksy picks up 200 full queefed, and the last player alive is Frenzy Killer. Chucks a flash. 20 seconds left in a 1v3, and doesn't look promising, and it's not. Prodigy's getting that last kill, and Poise going up 5-4. Pretty interesting the way these are panning out, to be honest. Not expecting some of these plays and some of these positions that players are taking up. Very, what's the word I'm looking for here? Very different to what you would expect. Very uncommon, shall we say. This is fairly common, though. Poise with a full hit onto this A site, and there's going to be a fight in mid here, I think, as Knock Does hear someone. Nade coming out. Freaksy getting goobling though, and the fighting's already going down on this A site, so let's join them. Billiam, knowing someone's on Duke, can't see through the smoke or figure out where that player is, and Infuse does pick up two. Kills are coming in from all kinds of angles, and Imagine is the last alive here on the defense for this Ivy roster in a 3v1, and 35 seconds left on the clock to get the defuse. Knives coming in from all angles. Imagine just crawling up here, might catch Infused off guard. Swinging, Infuse spots him. He's going to swing to the right. Picks up Imagine. And Ivy with one more round.
Round starting.
Excuse me. Hard to pick up all the action when the players are spread out so much. It's trying to pick up where the key parts of the action are going to be, but Knock. Looks like he's looking up in his headset, trying to look out those bottom half of the lenses there. Nade comes out. No one's playing on the corner in garage though, and here we go on this B push. And the first player who seems to have lost his weapon there for a minute is Imagine. Running to backside, does get tagged. And a nade comes out. Beautiful nade by Prodigies, and picks up Imagine as Full Queef and Knock pick up their share, and so does Gooblin. And now they're in a 4v2 here, Poise. Infuse, though, picking up an over-aggressive Gooblin. And Femzy is in a tough situation here on Cat. Here's audio from both sides. Pre-fires, picked up one. Frenzy Killer going down. And it is all down to Femzy now in a 2v1 with 50 seconds on the clock. So a fair amount of time left to do something. But he's going to have to do it now. Scanner down on long. Opting to take underpass perhaps here. He does. Changing the approach here of this attack. A flash comes out. Wonder if he full queefed the 200 full queefed. Gets a pistol out instead. Doesn't pick up that kill. 200 full queefs onto Femzy, and Ivy taking one more round. 6-5 now. See what they're going to do this time, Ivy. Poise, rather. Been some fairly strange attacks here. Look at maybe a 3-2 split, 2 cat, maybe 3 long here. Let's see what happens, as Ivy Imagine's going to be the first one to see any players, and does. Oh, great nade by Freaksy onto Imagine there, and gets refragged by 200 full queefed. A player's still staying static. Don't know where the rest of the team is. Got a 4 in mid now. Just want to see what they're going to be doing here. Knock. Hearing audio on Scaff. Knife comes out. Gets tagged for that. Doesn't get any damage onto them. Frenzy Killer does pick up a nade though. And the A-site players now are looking at these players on Scaff. Here's someone A main. Frenzy Killer's hearing that though. Scan is down on Scaff. Frenzy Killer picking up one, getting refragged by Infused, and Billiam hits Knock there, does not get the kill. No, Femzy gets Knock. Down to a 2v2, and look at Gooblin here. On the flank, Billiam picks up one. It's a 1v2. Good trigger discipline, waiting for the peak, and there's the second. Billiam on Scaff, on Scanner. And now Scanner's going to go B, knowing that Gooblin is the last defender on A. And away he goes. Going to get this scan down. It's got 20 seconds. Plenty of time to get this down. And Gooblin's going to come across very slowly as a nade comes out. Comes fairly close. Not close enough. Gooblin, which way are you going to go? Looking to go long. Nope. Cat. Just the long way round. And in fact, Billiam is in the perfect position from this as he hears the pre-fires. Billiam just changing up his position here. Good smoke by Gooblin. Wouldn't expect Billiam to be playing Omi. Defuse. Now he knows where he is. Gooblin. Great play to bait that out and bait the shooting. But Billiam gets the kill anyway. 7-5 to Poise. What a way to end the round there. Good play by Gooblin. Just a bait to see where the shots were going to come from. Heard the shots. Tried to reposition. And I think he was just falling off the edge as Billiam turned around and managed to get the kill. So, Poise on the attack once more. Looks like a bit of a default this time. Maybe a 3-2 split. Maybe a 3 going towards A. Too long. Potentially leaving mid open here. First line of defense is going to be Gooblin. Good one-way smoke. We've seen Cray use that in the previous match, and now you can see Gooblin doing these one-way smokes. Really, really good plays. And now Poise have just let Ivy use their util a little bit. They've still got plenty of util left. And they're just trying to feel their way into this game. Femzy trying to have a fight with Knock in mid there. Prodigy picks up the first, and the fighting's going down as Gooblin goes down, and Femzy's going to push out of mid here. Is he going to get one? He does. He picks up one. Flash comes out. Picks up 200. Full queef too. Was full flashed. And the last player is Imagine an underpass, and the flank from Infused picks that up. Poise on to match point. 8-5 on Soona, and some really good attacking plays here. Very patient plays by Poise to break down this Ivy roster. For some reason, Capsy always has some of the best nades. His nades, you know, he's pretty accurate with his nades. There's another one coming out. Doesn't get the player this time, but Frenzy Killer picks up 2, and Gooblin picks up 1 more. Infused does get the refrag, but they're now in a 4v2. And all the players are coming in and swarming this A site. The question is, do they rotate off? And if they do, players are ready for the flanks. Look at this by Imagine. Already going up through spawn to try and stop that flank. 200 fuel creep picking up 1. Femzy with a refrag with a Vector for this last round, which is wild because you have got a lot to do. And with that weapon, you are not going to have the range that these MK418s do here for this IV team. Imagine wrapping all the way around, sees Femzy there in tons. If he keeps this kind of distance, then Femzy's picked up an AK now. Good use of picking up the dead bodies, but Imagine picks up Fems. Ivy do get another round, 8-6. Do we see Ivy take another 2 rounds on the bounce to bring it to 8-8? Or is Poise going to close this one out this round? We'll find out soon. Did someone say 6-7? 6-7. Never do that again. Never do that again. We've got an early push by Frenzy Killer into lower tons here. Again, we're seeing this kind of mid B push. 2 into mid. Tags coming out onto Femzy. Imagine first line of defense. And we're seeing Femzy looking to take some space on Cat. Sees a player, backs off of that. Nades coming in. Just trying to bait out the util here from Ivy. Get them to use that up. Imagine if that knife hit. And there is another player in mid here. Frenzy Killer doesn't want to take that fight with the 2 of them there. And the rotate's already on. Look at this flank. Poise have already flanked. And Gooblin's not ready for this. Lovely angle by Gooblin there, though. He's holding through Scarf. And now they know it's going to be an A. Surely with a smoke goes out. And Gooblin's going to be the first line of defense. Is he going to pick up the kill? No. Billiam and Infused pick up their kills. A 200 full queef comes in onto site. blind fires through the smoke, and Prodigies gets that kill in the end. Down to a 3v2. Knock here on a ramp. Billiam playing just on cargo there, and Billiam picked up Frenzy Killer. Prodigies picking up Knock, and that is 9-6 to Poise, and map 1 going their way. Well, that was certainly different to what I was expecting for a map 1 on Soona. Some crazy plays, and some really good frags there by both sides, but Poise proving to be a bit too much on that one. So we're going to find out what map 2 is going to be. Poise 1-0 up. If they take map 2, they have won this league match. If IV win it, then there will be a map 3 decider, and that's certainly what I'm hoping. And that maybe that map decider will be the third map of Frio. So let's see what's going to happen in map 2. We're just going to go to a quick ad break, and we will be right back. Don't go anywhere. Here we go then, looking to get into map 2, and it has been chosen. It has been decided, and map 2 is going to be Frio. No mini-map for this one, I'm afraid, so we're just going to have to try and judge what is going on, and looks like all the fighting is happening over on this A site, as Imagine pushes on, and Fuse picking up a quick fire double kill. Billiam picking up one more. Is that going to be a knife there? No, it's not. Imagine drops down, gets taken out by Billiam, and that is a clean round from Poise there to take that first point. 5 alive. I'm going to look over, and it looks like it's going to be a B-slam this time as we take a quick look at where these players are. Smoke's coming out as they filter through mid and come up through maze, taking space in split. Billiam picking up a first, so we can see where these players are spread out to. Billiam picking up a second, and look at this push from Poise, 3 onto B long, and they're just trying to hunt down this Ivy team as they do. And the last alive is Knock, who didn't really get to do anything at all on this A site. Just kind of sat in A main, and no one was there. Now it's a 1v5, and everything to do, but does have a minute left on the clock. Poise being very patient, to be honest. Not carrying one. And I'm not sure where Scanner is. Scanner is down on wherever Frenzy Killer got eliminated. Over on that B site, I would imagine, or in mid. Is he going to get one? Vector, no, as they just close in on Knock and finally scoop up the second round.
Starting. Get ready.
And a good round there by Poise on the defense. Another clean sweep. That's 2 rounds. They've had 5 alive at the end of it. 0 deaths. And that is a crazy screenshot right there. Looks like a similar kind of play. Flash coming out. Goblin does pick up Billiam this time. Good picks into mid. And now we need to see what's going to happen as there's fighting down on this B site. Prodigies picking up one. Gets the second. Prodigies. Femzy picking up one as well. Frenzy Killer very slowly making his way into mid, and Goblin in tons. Sorry, no, he's not in tons. He's on highway here. Bottom of B long highway on this B site. Again, no mini-map. Trying to get all the information I can based off the outlines here. 3v2. Winnable for Ivy this round, as Prodigies does pick up Frenzy Killer, and that is Scan down. And Goblin with not much health left. Here's audio. Here's audio, but Femzy gets Goblin anyway. Doesn't even matter. And a third round for Poise.
Round starting.
Billiam already going 6-1 here on Frio. Clearly enjoys this map. And what are Ivy going to do on these attacks? Let's have a look of Billiam's perspective here as a nade comes in, but it's a full B site push. Let's head over there onto that B site. Freaksy picking up one. Prodigies another. Freaksy gets another again, as Frenzy did get Prodigies, but not much left they could do, as 200 full queefed is last alive in a 3v1. Audio given away. They know exactly where he is. Turns. Picks up one, though. Is he going to get the second? No. Infused. Just as some U2 was trying to be thrown. Infused gets that kill, making it 4-0 to Ivy. To Poise, rather. Ivy going to need to claw some rounds back before the half here, or this will be a very, very hard half to come back to on the defense. Looks like they're a bit more spread out this time across the map as we have a look from above. 3 towards this B site as Goblin gets an opening pick, and Freaksy is the only one left on site here. Femzy picking up one. But the B-sided push is on. They're just playing defaults here on Frio instead of playing the numbers advantage. They've got one on each site here. Oh no, there's going to be a fight here between... Imagine does get one though. And then I think that's Prodigies there. I think it's just going to back off out of that. But there is going to be fights here. Infused. They don't know. They have no idea. Infused picks up one. Nade coming out. Scan does go down this time though. And Infused is last alive after... I think it was Imagine picking up that second kill there. So Infused in a 1v2. Doesn't get Imagine with the Vector, and it pays off. 3 kills for Imagine, I think, that round. Well played by him. 5E's first point on the board, and they're going to need a few more of those on the attack before the half breaks. I do feel like Frio is more of a defender's sided map at the moment. That may change, but right now I feel like it's a more defensive, more Rayab sided. You can set up nice and early. You can get some really good util lineups of where you know players are going to be off the timings, and looks like Poise know that as well. So let's see what's going on over on this A site. Nothing is the answer to that. So let's have a look at Freaksy as they picks up 200 full queef. But there's, again, So many in mid. I'm really sorry, guys. I have no idea what the best view is on here to try and get the information without having the mini-map. So I'm trying to show you this fight here with Billiam, and Billiam does peek up Frenzy Killer. Is he going to get the second? No. Imagine. He was just looking the wrong way there, Billiam, and Imagine does get that kill, and there's 2 towards this A site. Imagine in mid. 2 in mid and 1 towards the A site, but Femzy picks up Goblin. Knocks there on the lurk, does damage. But Prodigies does pick up Ivy, and Femzy picks up Knock. And that's the last alive. And that's another round. Because it's such a small map, it may be best to show this POV, but I know we also want to see down the rifles to have a look at that perspective. So, trying to find the action, trying to bring it to you, but also want to see how these teams are setting up across the map as we see here. So, we've got... looks like a 2 going into mid, perhaps. 2 go into B and 1 on A for the lurk. And let's just take a look at the fighting here as Billiam picks up 1. Femzy picks up the lurker on A, which was Knock, and 200 full creep does manage to pick 1 up. But Billiam's the one to follow here on Frio. Absolutely popping off. Freaksy picking up 1 more, and that is another round here for Poise, going 6-1, and Ivy are out of ideas. They do not know what to do against this Poise team on the attack right now, and I can relate. This is exactly how I felt when we were playing Relentless the other day on this map. Sometimes it goes your way and everything goes your way, and sometimes it just doesn't. It is one of those maps where it works or it doesn't work, and I do feel like there's no in between. Right lines on, yes they are. Let's have a look and see where the last shots are getting fired. They are getting fired by Imagine with the Grot B this time. Moved off of the Vector, but does pick up Femzy. Frenzy Killer with a good nade onto Infused Power. Low health now, but they do have this A site, and that is going to be scanned down, and that's looking very positive for Ivy. Shots getting fired as Prodigies barges his way onto site with Freaksy for this retake, and last... there's still 2 left. Do they know? Ivy Knock with an APC-9 Pro up close, but Prodigies picking them up. Goblin being last alive, and Prodigies with a quick fire double. Last alive, getting the final 2 kills and making sure the scan stays planted. 7-1 to Poise, 2 rounds to win not only the map but the league match, and then when we go to third, which is going to be Meiru, it's just going to be about a points accumulation at that point. So here we go. Ivy on the attack now. Sorry, Poise on the attack now even. Quick fire double here by the Poise players. Knock with that hip fire. Picking up a headshot somehow from the waist. Billiam onto Knock. Frenzy Quittler getting a very quick refrag. 2 alive for Ivy, and a 2v1 goes for a knife. Does not work out at all. And now it's all down to Imagine. Coming from this B long, gets spotted there. Definitely gets spotted there by Freaksy. Oh, good shots by Imagine. Nade coming in. Doesn't get Femzy, but Femzy gets Imagine. And it is match point now to Poise. 8-1. Have a look at these KDs, and it is the 2 brothers that are actually popping off here on Frio, Billiam and Prodigies. Billiam 14 and 6, Prod 10 and 4. Having a great game. Really loving this new map, and I'm pretty sure they're the ones that are vocal about not liking the map. So there you go, swings and roundabouts, guys. Maybe they've just grown into the map now, and the fast paced and the fast rotates as 200 full queef picks up 1. Freaksy getting Goblin. Scan is down, but picked up by Freaksy, and there's shots coming in from Imagine as he picks up Billiam. 4v3 now to Ivy. Flash out. Femzy swinging. Ivy picking up Freaksy. Scan goes down once more. Good pick up again by Imagine. Look at that, onto Femzy with this Grot B. And it's all down now to Infused Power. coming through CT spawn and Norway. Looking to head up to backside. If he gets this first opening pick, it could be good, and doesn't. Frenzy Killer coming out on top there. And that is a second point now to Ivy, 8-2. Can they feed off of that round? Can they build some momentum? Because that's what Ivy need right now. Ivy needs some momentum to bring them back into this from an 8-2. I've seen it before. I've seen teams come back from this position and win 9-8. Rare, but it does happen, and Ivy could do it. Let's see what unfolds as all the shots are coming in from mid as POISE are looking to attack this B site, and good pick up there, and infused power getting Gublin. Thermite over the top just to pick off 200 full creep, get a 1, get 2. Good plays by 200 full creep population there, and it is all down to infused power, who does manage to get knocked, but get out. No way. That's a 3k. Quick 3k. Quick clip that from infused, and there's just one left, and it's Frenzy Killer backside. I'm not sure where Scan is, where Prodigies went down with the Scan. Was it in Maze? Was it on site? Not entirely sure, but infused, half health. Can he win the match after a beautiful 3k there? Hasn't really done much this match at all, but that might just be... Oh, and where's Frenzy? Frenzy's creeping up behind Infused. If he stays crouched, Infused has no idea. Good play by Frenzy Killer. The sneak attack from behind. Frenzy getting the third point there for Ivy. 8-3. But what a play that would have been by Infused if after that 3k he picks up the last to win the match. That would have been clipped. Could go any way at this point. POISE slowing it down and looking to go for a bit of a default frenzy ready for Prodigies here as shots are fired here. Billiam picking up one onto Gublin. One player backside through the smoke. Billiam onto 200 full queef. That opens up the B site. One flanking. Billiam with a 3k. Hello. Let's go, Billiam. What else is going on here? Prodigies with one more, and Nox last alive. Nox last alive, and Billiam is hunting him. He's swinging him. Doesn't get the kill. Nox says, I'm having none of that. Not today, sunshine. Scan does go down on the A site, and there's going to be a swing here, and Freaksy gets the kill onto Nox to take this last round. 9-3 here to POISE. Nothing short of a smash and grab here on Frio by POISE. Really good plays by them. Ivy just not at the races here on Frio. And it's going to be a bit of a consolation map here for Ivy, just to try and get as many points as they can. And they've gone straight into it. They're not even going back to the shuttle this time. And we can see that it's going to be, in fact, Meiru. Okay, they have in fact just gone back to shuttle, maybe a sub. So just gonna go back. Yeah, so they just did the shuttle here. I think there's gonna be a couple of subs being made. I think Mott from the chat is gonna be jumping in now. And I think also POISE might be making a sub also, or someone's DC'd. Not entirely sure. So we're going to have a quick break while these subs come in, and then we're going to get on to our third map, which will be Meiru. Stay tuned for that. POISE have won the match, the league match, but Ivy can still take as many points as they can, possibly, which is going to be, which will work wonders towards their MMR and also league points. So stay tuned. And we'll be right back after a very, very short break. We do have our players back in now. And it is Freaky that's come back in for POISE. And Mott has now joined for IVI. So let's see what happens. As before, the final map is going to be Meiru. Back with a mini-map this time to be able to see where all the action is going to unfold. And it looks like a hard B here on this initial pistol round for POISE on the attack here. Knock on top of elbow corner, gets smoked out, quickly chucks a nade, gets picked up by Freaky though, and Freaky pushing hard into elbow, swings, doesn't get 200 full queef there. 200 full queef still alive. Goblin on the flank though, and another one coming in. That's Imagine coming in on the flank as well, and Mott's just picked up a quick fire double kill, and it's Infused last alive, believe it or not, and pistol round goes in the way of IVI here. First round, good pistol round. Aggressive flanks there by IVI to surround and swarm POISE, and they do need this win. They do need this map win after that showing on Frio. And good 2k there by Mott in the opening pistol round. Let's hope continue the same way. It looks like it's going to be another B push here. Knock pushing up close. Going to get this audio here. Picks up one. Good by Knock there. Freaky just not expecting it. Quick nade. Doesn't connect. Prodigy's there. Looking to swing round with Billiam. Billiam sees Knock on sight. Doesn't do anything. Oh, Knock, though, gets the kill. Imagine getting one more. Prodigies gets picked up by 200 full queefed. And last alive is Infused, who is in CT is on T stairs. I don't know, just didn't push up with the team, or Imagine had no clue what was going on there, clearly just running around with his hands in the air. But Infused does pick up that kill, and now they know where he is. And a swing, and they're all swarming down on Infused, and 200 full queefed picks up the final kill. Not really sure what Infused was doing there, to be honest. It's not really a position that you hold for flanks that deep in yard, kind of T stairs. You don't really hold that for flanks. It would be more somewhere like yard watching mid stairs, or maybe cat watching mid, or somewhere like split. But you're kind of like not doing anything at all sat that deep when all your team is pushed up onto site. So not sure. Maybe there's a reason. Maybe I'm missing it. But as we saw, did not work, as the action looks like it's heading towards this A site this time. Imagine going to be the first line of defense. We've got, I think, a player in tons there. Not picking up one. Imagine picking up another. Swings, gets Billiam as well. That's a double kill there for Imagine. Swings, doesn't get one more. Freaky gets two, though. And Freaky last alive in a 1v2. Knows where they both are, which is good. But can he get them? Nope. Freaky trading with 200 full queefed, and IVI taking their third round. Looking like IVI are solid on this Meiru defense. They set up quite aggressively here on Meiru. Maybe the pressure's off. They've got nothing to lose. They just want to get these rounds, and seems to be paying off for them here. Or maybe POISE have just taken their foot off the gas. I'm not really sure, but solid performance so far by IVI. And that's what we want to see, is Imagine once more going to pick up these first kills here on this A site. There are shots fired by Fems. Not too much happening, though. They're over on that site. Lots of audio coming in now. Prodigies is going to swing. Does pick up Imagine, but Mott gets the refrag there, and a quick fire nade. Doesn't connect. Getting shut down by Freaky, and that has opened up the A site. Swing CT. Gets flashed. And Knock and 200 full queef. 200 full queef picking up one. Gets refragged, and it's all down to Knock now in bunker. Here's one player. Infused is going to swing off of this reload. Nade comes out. Knock very evasive, and he's in a 1v3 here, and he needs to get this defuse with 30 seconds. Well, not 30 seconds, because there's a 7-second defuse time. So about 20 seconds left if he wants to win this round. No one's there. And might get one kill here on 45 if they keep thinking he's in alley. They're making so much audio that they don't know Nock's here in. It doesn't even matter. He's run out of time, so anything at this point. Round to poise. 3-1. Now we're getting started. 3-1 here. Very, very quick look at the KDs at this point. Freaksy and 200 full queefed out on top. And got a nice default here. Going to be looking for these opening picks, as Imagine is going to be hearing these and swings and does get Billiam with the Vector. Strange choice, but worked this time, that's for sure. Goblin in mid, trying to feel out, and all the shots are coming down here as Prodigies and Infuse gets one more. 3v2 now. Both Ivy players here on elbow, and Scan is just sat in mid. They don't know this A site's free, and they're heading towards this B site. And are they going to know that the last player Mott is here? They do now, that's for sure. And swings, gets one, but quickly refragged by Infused, and a second round here for Poise. 3-2. Heavy mid push. Maybe we're going to see some form of default or just a very heavy mid presence as Billiam and Prodigies head into this mid area. They do have that lurk on for A. Looks like it's going to be a B push though. So we quickly head across to Nock, see what's going on there. 200 full queefed. And no one's really committing to anything just yet. 200 full queef, looking to get a pick onto anyone that comes out of that mid-stairs area, and Paper seized. Queefed him rat. Shots not connecting there though, and the timing. 200 full queef completely through the boxes. Absolutely wall-banged there, Femzy. Imagine picking up Freaksy, the last alert gone. Billiam does pick up 200 full queefed, and Prodigies picking up Imagine, just overextending off of that kill, and they can push off of this flash, that's for sure. Nock throwing those knives, but the nade is just better, and Prodigies picks that one up. And now we've got the retake coming in. Just Goblin left in a 3v1. Poise warmed up into this now. Good swing, picking up Goblin. Smoke comes out. Blind fires is a 1v2. It's going to be an uphill battle, but very winnable here for Goblin. Just waiting from the swing here. Prodigies or someone Infused is going to swing and picks up Goblin. 3-3 then. And the match really warming up here. So we've got a bit of a default here. 2A, 1 mid. Oh, that's a great early pick by Billiam, and they need to play off that, as Mott is the lone defender here on this B site. Picks up Freaksy coming out of tons, a nade over the top as he knows that the Poise players are coming. A swing. Billiam gets Mott. 200 full queefed. Gets refragged by Billiam, and that is definitely the A site now. No, it's not. Goblin shuts down Billiam, making it a 2v2 now as Goblin takes control, and that's scanned down on site, but Femzy's planting, unaware that Goblin's there with a swing. And the last alive is Infused Power once more, all the way over on this B site. And because of that aggressive push that Poise made on that A site, the lurk play just didn't really work. That knife came incredibly close then by Nock onto Infused Power. Incredibly close. Here's the audio. Gonna knife, misses. Goes for the knife again. Goblin picks up Infused. Knock clearly trying to get a clip here somewhere from this match. No knives hitting today, though. So 4-3 to IV, and certainly doing very well on the defense here. If they take this defensive round here to take it to 5-3, could be very good for them going into the attack. That's a solid defensive result against POISE. Comparing it to their other rounds, and a nade doesn't do any damage somehow. This fighting coming here on mid, and there's aggressive play by Knock, who swings and gets Billy. I'm glad I caught that one. And it's going to be the same here on this A site, I think. But Knock still fighting. Nade comes out. Pulls out his magazine for some reason. There we go. And, oh, this to and fro. And will he get him? Yes, 200 full queef to Knock, picking up their kills respectively. And there's going to be something happening here. Imagine. And Freaksy, imagine being so patient, picks up Freaksy from behind with a little wave, and it's all down to Femzy here. Scan is down on the B site. Femzy deciding not to pick that up. And does get a kill. What kind of sight is that? I think he's playing with an ACOG there, which is absolutely wild. I mean, you do you. I certainly couldn't play with that sight on Meiru in any case. Soona, maybe, but not here. But that's 5-3 now to Ivy. That's a good half from them. And they need to continue off this momentum, as I would imagine we're going to see a hard B push. Heavy B push onto this site. And we've still got 2 players in spawn. And who's that? Freaksy looks like had a crash out there. DC, perhaps. So POISE down to 4 for the time being. And Ivy already up on site. Nade over the top, though. Does no damage. Oh, good swing by Prodigies. Picks up one. Will he get the second through the smoke? He doesn't. Freaksy has crashed out. Disconnected, rather. Ivy, imagine picking up Prodigies here. And Infused at the other end. Picking up 200 full keep. Does he know that Knock is very close? The knife comes out. Looks to get it again, and Infused swings, and oh my god, Knock with the shots from the waist. Didn't know whether he had a knife in his hands or not there. Sorry. Excuse me. But Ivy taking yet another round. And Freaksy has joined back here for the rifle round. And POISE do need to build up some momentum. I know they're going to want to win this third map. All those points matter. Get as high up as you can for the postseason. And looking at a bit of an aggressive defense here as Billiam picks up one. Picks up 2, Billiam. Changing the angles here. Prodigies picks up one more. Looks like this round could be going the way of POISE here in a 3v1. Scanner down on 90. And there's a flank coming in. Mott doesn't know. Does now. Tagged. Mott does get the kill on the Fems, but very, very low health after that. And we've got... Oh, my word. Very close. Good nade. And doesn't actually take any damage off of Freaksy, unfortunately. On site. Smoke coming out. A minute left. Got loads of time here. Mott has. And the scanner is down on 90 at this point. Maybe just try and couch out to that. Get the scan and take it over to that A site. Still going to try and fight the fight here. The good fight, the good battle. Not connecting through those boxes. Apparently they are just not wallbangable right now. Not sure how none of those shots hit there from Mott. But fourth round going the way of POISE there. 6-4 here to Ivy. And they are clawing it back now that they're on defense. Ivy need to keep finding a little more to take this. And is it Prodigies this time that's DC'd? No. Just slow off the mark. So we're looking at a 3-1-1 here. Mid player taken out already, and that allows Billiam to take loads of space here in mid. Doesn't pick up Mott. Mott does get Billiam, and Just trying to feel it out a bit more. They're going to want to take this B site, but the better play might be to rotate here onto that A site, as there's only just infused over there. Thermites on site. Good play there by Poise, just to have a little bit more time here. And Freaksy, Prodigy's picking up one, getting refragged. Femzy in mid, not doing too much, but Caps, oh, Freaksy picking up 200 full queefed. And now Femzy's going to be pushing onto this short area. Knows there's a player there playing with this ACOG site. Picks up one, gets shut down by Knock with the hip fire again. And Knock is the last alive in a 1v2. Scan in hand. Oh, what a position there by Infused. Knock just did not expect that at all. And that is a 5th round going the way of Poise now. 6-5, closing the gap, coming back into it. Take a look at those KDs. 200 full queefed, 11. Imagine going 10. And Billiam, 10 for 10 right now. And the defense is favoring Poise here. Spread out across the map. Quick shots coming in. Femzy picking up one more. Down go Ivy. 200 full queef getting shut down by Prodigies. Last alive is Knock with the scanner. And there's a big flank coming in from Femzy. Gonna want to see this one. Very slow here by Fems. Waiting to see. Oh, look at that. The ACOG comes in handy. Good headshot there by Femzy onto Knock. And the ACOG is good. Wild stuff. There is the new meta for comp. Maybe. 6-6 now. Poise definitely on the comeback now. And very tight. As we see one more default here from Ivy. Defaults across the map. But Femzy plays super aggressive on this A site. Swings, doesn't see anyone. Blind fires off that flash. Shots coming in on the other side. Billiam getting aggressive into mid. Picking up one. 200 full queefed goes down. Knock backs off with the scanner. And we're seeing Femzy here with this ACOG again. Knife over the top. Will it connect? Must have gone close. But Ivy backing up, and look how much space Poise have created now. They have taken a lot of map control and pushed Ivy all the way back into split, as Knock does get a pick. Wrong button. And it is 4 apiece. Poise looking worse for wear with the lower HP here. And we just want to see what's going to unfold here on this A site, as we can see a slow wraparound with Femzy just in mid there. Blind fires coming in from Knock and a swing from Infused. And here come the two Ivy players. A fast swing. They don't know someone's... No, they got the elevator player, sorry. And now they're pushing on. Infused backs up and runs away, leaving the majority of the site to Ivy. He's gone for a flank. Scan will go down. Scan's going to go down on B site. They have just left Infused, where he's just ran away and now plays for a retake. I'm not sure if I would have wanted my player to swing that there. Try and get Scan down and then back up off of that. But here we are in a 1v2 retake situation. Infused, full HP. Mott half health. Gooblin, full HP. Mott there and holding mid stairs. Here's the footsteps here. B long. Mott now knowing that he's on site. Infused picks up one. He's going to have to stick this. 5 seconds left. I don't think he's got this. No, Gooblin gets the kill anyway, but I don't think Infused would have been able to defuse that in time. 7-6 to Ivy then. there by Goblin as he knows Billiam's going to drop down. Good blind fire through the smoke to refrag Billiam there. One apiece then, back down to a 4v4. Aggressive plays by Freaksy. Picks up 200 full queefed. And now Prod just defending here, getting sandwiched. Going to have to pick up one. Picks up Goblin. Does he get the second? He does. Good double kill there by Poise, Prodigies. And last alive, Imagine. And this was a quick round for Poise. Imagine in a 1v3. Gonna have to try and get this scanner back. Fight 3 of them off and get the scan down. Over a minute to do so, though. Imagine. Look at the positioning here by Poise. Good positioning. They don't know he's there. They're not swinging out. They're not making any audio. I don't know that Imagine knows where they are. He's hearing something, surely. Now they're definitely hearing something as a swing comes in from Freaksy to clear up that round, and it goes 7-7. Close stuff here. Very close stuff indeed. 2 points to win it from either team here. Ivy obviously wanting to get this map win. Poise looking to deny any map win for Ivy. As we see a 2-2-1 kind of setup. It is basically a default here. So we've got an aggressive again from Femzy. Pushing up. Nock picks up the nade onto Prodigy. Swings. Imagine gets that kill onto Femzy. Shots coming in. Billiam gets one. Goblin with a refrag. Shots coming in again from Goblin. I just clicked off Goblin. No way. And the last alive, just like that, is Infused Power. All the way here on the A site in a 1v4. And the scan is not going down. But it has now. And there's a lot to come back from. 1v4. They have a lot of health between them. They know exactly where Infused is now, but he does get Imagine. Goblin being very patient. Gonna swing for this here. Sees Nock. Nock with the blind fires. Half HP. Goblin still waiting so patiently. Goblin picking up Infused, taking it to 8-7, and Ivy now on match point. In the chat, Nock has been doing a ton of hip fires, even if that means blind fires. Yeah, there's been a lot of that today. You know, some players play differently. I mean, some scenarios I wouldn't say it was the best to do so. He has got a good couple of kills from some hip fires, though, so certain situations call for it. Maybe when you're up close, but time and a place, I always say. A bit more patient this round. Bit more methodical, trying to get these early picks. Shots from Nock, seeing if you can see anyone here on elbow. Oh, tags coming in there onto Nock from Prod. And Prod just waiting for to show. We've got the nice LMK skin there on the MK418, and we see LMK in the chat. So nice to see players using that bundle. Those weapon cosmetics that you've made. Femzy with the APC. Picks up one. Gets refragged there. Billiam. Hello. We've got the MR96 coming out to play. And Billiam with this is an absolute menace. 4v1. Misses. And Prodigies takes that one away from Billiam. Will we see the sniper again in the next round as it goes to 8-8? And no, he's gone back through the MK418 this time. Do love seeing Billiam with the sniper, especially on that cliff side, making off meta. I mean, technically it could be a meta weapon, although it's a bolt action rifle. One shot to the body or chest area, insta kill. So if you're good at aiming, certainly a good weapon for you. And that's at any range. Flash is coming out as Billiam pulls back onto this A site. Showing off that LMK gun skin there. Really nice cosmetic made by one of the artisans as Infuse picks up Imagine. And they are crouching up towards this B site, and Knock picks up Prod, who was getting aggressive onto B long, and now they're going to explode onto this B site. Billiam picking up Goblin. Flanks coming in. Billiam is going to come up from mid-stairs. There's going to be a attack here. Swing from 200 full creep. Doesn't get one. Capsy, Freaksy picking up 2. And it's all down to Mott. Scan never went down. And Mott in a 1v3. And Fuse shuts that down. And Poise taking Meiru 9-8. And that has gone all 3 maps to the way of Poise there. So, very entertaining match to finish it all off. I mean, Soona and Meiru have been really, really good maps to watch both of these teams play. Frio was just a freak and just went completely a different route. And I don't think IV liked that today when it was one of their stronger maps the other day against Relentless EU. But I'll just bring up quickly this... the scoreboard here.
Let me say something, bro. Bro, you.
As you can see, pointing there, and who was that coming into? Billiam 16 and 14, Goblin 15 and 9. Top fraggers. Billiam's had a hell of a day today, playing really well, much like Goblin. And Imagine saying I went 12 and 15, but there we are. So I hope you've enjoyed this. We're going to see what comes next week. Tomorrow is going to be the start, and when we know what matches are going to be coming into me to cast and when I can and who is playing who. Going to be an interesting week for sure in EU, so hopefully you can hang around and see which ones we're going to get. VRML as well. Head over to their YouTube channel, the VRML Network, where they also cast VAIL matches along with all the post-seasons that you can see, the finals and of previous seasons. They also have other games there as well. But we're here for the VAIL content. We're here for the big matches here, like these, Poise versus IV, throughout the season. Hope you've enjoyed it, guys. Thank you for everyone who's joined in the chat today. We've had a very exciting chat. Lots of people turning up on this Sunday, so appreciate you taking a time out of your evening to come and hang with us and watch this, what was an exciting match tonight. Getting up in your host Reality on VR. And as always, guys, see you on the next one.